Now, speaking of football, I would have thought, just me, if I was Robert Saleh and it went the way that it went with the Jets, man, I just want to disappear for a while. Just want to disappear. Like, everybody stay the hell away from me. I'm just going to spend Woody Johnson's
Especially
money.
if you weren't any good at coaching. You know what I mean? Just stay away,
Yeah, I mean.
I'm just being honest. If that were the case, you just stay away.
I would have just spent his money and spent time with my family. Just, hey, what do you guys want to do? I've been busy. I've been kind of away from you guys and not been able to be here and be a part of this whole thing and this whole family dynamic for a little while. Let's just go somewhere. Instead, he's going to help out the Packers.
I mean, why not?
He's good friends with Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur, has credited him for helping get his start. He says Robert Saleh helped him get his start in the NFL, and so he's going to be helping out the Packers. And Matt LaFleur spoke about his involvement with the team yesterday.
We've been close for a really long time. We were roommates together back at Central Michigan, so we thought it was a good idea just to bring him here, and he's helping us on the offensive side of the ball. I think that's always a good deal to have that perspective on how teams might see us, how they might defend us. Certainly can find holes or some vulnerabilities, if you will, in the defense that we're playing. So yeah, that's how we're going to use them.
I'll bet they got some stories about Aaron Rodgers. They've thrown around back and forth with each other.
It's probably
that's
why
what
they
this
brought him
is?
in.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think
I was going to say, is this like a therapy session? This isn't even like, they're not even coaching.
It's a support session. Like, he tried to get that. He tried to do the same damn thing to me, bro.
Hey, girlfriend.
It's called Aaron Rodgers Anonymous. Is that what it is?
Yeah. He tried. I ain't gonna
Hey,
say
girlfriend, he ain't changed.
I ain't saying all that, but it's kind of funny because, I mean, if you really think about it. He did what? You mean, what date? Like the third date or the fourth date? Yep.
Green Bay doesn't play the Dallas Cowboys this week, do they? I mean, that would be the only way you get all three coaches together. And
Damn, that would be sweet.
The Aaron Rodgers Bowl.
Yeah, the triangle.
Rodgers Bowl. The love triangle.
Yeah.
The coach's triangle.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you were attributed to girlfriends and stuff like that. Anyway, I think it's a great move. For one, it keeps him active. For two, he really can help them. He really is a brilliant defensive mind. And so to bring him in and to be a consultant that way, I would assume that that's what he's coming under as a consultant. And I wonder, does coming into the capacity that he comes into, it doesn't sound like he's coming in as like an official coach or anything like that. So I doubt it would impact what his contract is with the Jets, I would assume. I don't know. You guys tell me, but I don't.
Yeah, it's hard to know. I mean, I'll say this. I know with a previous head coach with the New York Jets, there are offsets. So he can't get paid anything unless he wants to be active and go have the New York Jets pay a portion of what he's getting paid. Typically, if he's supposed to get paid $1 million, right, and they're going to pay him $200,000 to be a consultant, then the Jets only have to pay $800,000, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So there is the potential for that scenario, or sometimes in some cases, the offsets will state. I mean, it all depends on the language of the contract, but that's in essence how it would kind of work. I don't think he's getting paid for being there. I think he's just there for support.
I think you might be right.
Yeah,
you might be right. And if that is the case, he gets to stay active. It's an interesting story because if the team continues to improve, I thought they would have brought him in to consult the defense. I mean, the defense is they're not bad. They're 15th, ranked 15th overall, I think 13th against the pass. They're not a bad team defensively. They're not elite. So I would think that they would bring him in to help with those matters. But I think the idea of what the reasoning behind bringing him in to help the offense out almost in a lot of ways is the same exact thing. Is kind of helping your defense if he's breaking down what the defenses are doing and breaking down, like self-scouting them and breaking down what they're doing and creating, information and data for them to use. I think that's super prudent, especially if he's just willing, like what you're saying, Q, he's just willing to go do it. Like, I just want to be
Right.
around, stay active. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy work.
Yeah, free labor.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think more than anything else, I mean, this is a good sign from LaFleur for this reason. Self-scouting and being like self-aware, to me, it's one of the most, I guess, scarce qualities that human beings have
That's
is the
crazy.
ability to be self-aware for their strengths, their weaknesses, just how they act, how they talk. And it's the same thing as coaching. Like, it's very rare you have teams that are super dialed in to what their identity is, what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, and then play off of that. So they'll go into games knowing like, hey, this formation, this personnel grouping, this is all we've shown the defense. So let's do this off of it. Instead of this run that we've had, let's do this play action. Let's do this trick play. Let's do something off of this. Typically, that's what the self-scouting helps. It helps give you an idea of what you are, what your tendencies are, so you can get back to 50-50, so you can line up whatever you want, and they have no clue what you're about to do. A defensive coach like Robert Saleh will help them have a better understanding of how a defense sees them from that perspective, which could only make Green Bay better. So, bottles up, Lee. More drinking, baby. Packers getting better, Lee. Woo! Woo!
I don't know that they necessarily need that much help. They're going to Jacksonville. So, it's like, Robert, just come hang out, man. You don't really
If you don't think they need all the help they can get heading into Trevor Banks Stadium, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, that is
Dang.
true.
All right.
Dang.
the
Shots
bank.
fired.
The Trevor Banks.
Shots fired.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that he would want back in the NFL circle this fast, but maybe that's also
It's a great
It's been
opportunity.
a couple weeks, right? 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, it has been a couple weeks.
maybe it's also a testament to he just really wasn't ready to go at all. Like, he felt like he
Of
still
course
had
he
more
wasn't
to do.
ready to go. But
And-
that was, other people had other plans for him.
It's also got to land wrong. It's also got to land wrong for him to see, so now we're like getting Hassan Reddick's situation figured out. Now we're acquiring Devontae Adams. Now it's like, I probably could have used this help, I don't know, before the season, after the trade was made, or earlier in the season, or at least. And so now the Jets are kind of spinning their wheels, and he's going to go.
But
hang out
maybe
with
the
his
whole
buddy.
point of it was maybe he was part of the problem, like getting Hassan Reddick in or getting this done with Devontae Adams and this, that, and the other. Maybe the whole point was to remove him from the scenario. Maybe that's part of the plan. I don't know. All I'm saying is, if I'm Robert Saleh and I'm in the situation that I'm in right now, don't you think, looking at the NFC, the way that it's stacked up, that if I attach my wagon to this horse over here, that it could lead to me having more opportunities because of the type of season that they could end up having? The Green Bay Packers could be a dark horse team that comes out of the NFC. And I don't even know that you could consider it a dark horse. I mean,
Not the way their fan base drinks. Tell you that right now.
dang.
Got to get their priorities in order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.